I'm not getting beard on you today.
I'm probably getting spray tan on you.
It smells good.
Well, it's not that. It's my body makeup.
There's nothing more exciting to me like that I get to work with Blake Lively and have her, all of her. I mean, that's what I want.
Oh, honey, this just in. A brand new audio clip of Justin Baldoni allegedly apologizing to Blake Lively has dropped, and it's only making this whole legal mess surrounding It Ends With Us even messier. In the nearly 7-minute voice memo, Baldoni seems to be spilling his guts over some creative differences, especially about one particular scene. But hold up, what's really going on here? Is this audio a little hint about the pressure he might have been under? Maybe from Blake's star-studded circle, especially when it came to how things were being handled behind the scenes? It's raising all the eyebrows, y'all. Was this leak a clever move to help Baldoni's side of the story? Or is it just more tea that might end up burning him? We're about to unpack all of it for you right here. So, a bombshell voice memo from Justin Baldoni to Blake Lively just hit the streets, and it's adding even more fuel to this Hollywood drama. The 7-minute recording, which first dropped on Daily Mail, features what's said to be an apology from Baldoni to Lively, all tied up in the ongoing mess of It Ends With Us production. All right, let's dive into this because the drama is thick, okay? In this audio, Baldoni, who's not only the director but also co-stars in the film, goes in on what seems like some serious creative tension with Blake Lively over one of the most iconic scenes. You know the one, the rooftop scene where their characters finally meet and have that heart-to-heart. This moment, it's crucial to the movie and the book that it's based on, so you know it's a big deal. Baldoni claims this disagreement over the scene wasn't just a minor hiccup. It actually sparked a full-blown feud. So now we gotta rewind a bit and figure out what led up to this heated exchange. And trust me, it's messy. We're talking April 2023, people. During production, Blake allegedly asked Baldoni if she could rewrite that pivotal rooftop scene. And let's just say, things didn't exactly go according to plan. And remember, this film is based on a novel, so there's a lot at stake here. Oh baby, now things are getting juicy. That rooftop scene, it's not just some random moment, it's everything when it comes to setting the tone of the whole film. Baldoni straight up admits he was hesitant to let Blake rewrite it, because it's a pivotal moment in the story. But here's where it gets real messy. He says he eventually gave in, and you won't believe why. He claims he felt all this pressure from none other than Blake's A-list hubby, Ryan Reynolds, and, hold on to your hat, maybe even Taylor Swift too. Yeah, you heard that right. So Baldoni says while both Ryan and Taylor were out here praising Blake's edits, hyping her up in front of him, he wasn't exactly feeling the same energy. And let's just say, he admits it might have been his mistake, and it totally backfired on him. Baby, we're not done here. We're gonna keep following every twist and turn of this Baldoni Lively drama as it continues to unfold. Okay, let's get into this whole leaked voice note situation. Now, we don't know for sure who's behind the leak, but if it turns out this came from Baldoni's camp, well, it's gonna add fuel to the fire that Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds have been talking about. You know, the whole thing where they're saying Baldoni's legal team is out here playing the media game, talking about this case in public, dropping film footage like it's an Instagram post, and now this voice note? Oh, honey. They've even asked the court to step in and put a stop to it, especially when it comes to Baldoni's lawyer, Brian Friedman, who's been running his mouth and making this whole situation a public spectacle. But let's be real, we don't know for sure. But after hearing this, you can't help but wonder, did Baldoni's team really pull this stunt? Would he be out here trying to get everyone to hear this tea? Now, hold up. Does this even help his case? Because in this leaked voice note, which, get this, was supposedly sent at 2 in the morning, Baldoni's out here addressing all the drama surrounding that rooftop scene. And from the sound of it, he's offering what he's trying to pass off as a heartfelt apology. Now peep this. We gotta talk timing. Yeah, sending a voice note at 2 a.m. sounds a little wild, right? But here's the tea. It looks like this voice note might have come like 10 minutes after Lively hit him up with a text about how she wasn't feeling his reaction to her rewrites of that very scene. And trust, we're gonna get into exactly what she said, but first, just take a listen to this.
I want to start with an apology. Man, reading the second part of your message, my heart sank. And I'm really sorry. I for sure fell short. And you worked really hard on that.
All right, so here's the tea. Baldoni is out here apologizing, all because he didn't want to sign off on the changes that Lively made to the rooftop scene, her little rewrites. Now, in his lawsuit, he's acting like he had to follow her script edits after getting that stamp of approval from her VIP squad. Ryan Reynolds and Taylor Swift, honey, they're apparently over at her Manhattan penthouse, hyping up her work, telling Baldoni, "Oh, this is fire!" And of course, Baldoni is in his feelings, texting Lively like, "I was working on that rooftop scene today too, and I gotta say, I love what you did. It makes everything so much more fun, way more interesting. And you know, I would have felt that way regardless of what Ryan and Taylor said. Sure you would, buddy. So now Baldoni's out here trying to backpedal, talking about, oh no, your revisions are actually fire. But let's be real. He's just saying that now because he's feeling the heat from A-listers like Ryan Reynolds and Taylor Swift, who he's claiming pressured him into it. But wait, here's where the drama gets even juicier. Lively allegedly hit him back with a text, and honey, this is where it gets real. She's telling him, I told them, we're assuming that's Reynolds and Swift. You laughed a bunch and said it's probably a mix of ideas, but you love my passion. Excuse me? She was low-key insulted, saying it didn't sit right with her that they were hyping up her passion and not giving her actual props for the work she did. You know that stung. So Baldoni's over here playing the victim, talking about all the pressure he felt. But let's keep it 100. Blake Lively straight up told him how she felt, and it's clear she wasn't having it. That's when he went ahead and recorded that apology voice memo. You know, the one where he's all like, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. And in the memo, he's promising to make things right, admitting he's a very flawed man. Yeah, buddy, you got that right.
I am far from perfect. I am a very flawed man, as my wife will attest. And and I'm gonna up. I'm gonna say the wrong thing. I'm gonna put my foot in my mouth. I'm gonna piss you off probably, but I will always apologize and find my way back to center.
Oh, honey, this whole Baldoni situation is getting spicy. So here's the tea. In her response to Baldoni's apology, Lively goes full-on Game of Thrones with it. I'm talking Khaleesi-level vibes, okay? She's out here comparing herself to Daenerys, saying she's got her own dragons, real talk. And get this, she even brings in Taylor Swift and Ryan Reynolds, calling them her dragons. Like, baby, wow. She's like, if you ever get around to watching Game of Thrones, you'll get me, Khaleesi, and just like her, I got dragons, okay? For better or worse, but trust, it's mostly for the better, because my dragons, they protect the ones I'm loyal to. Now that's a flex.
And damn right, you got great friends if that's how you felt and they knew that. And we should all have friends like that, aside from the fact that they're two of the most creative people on the planet. The three of you guys together, it's unbelievable. Talk about energy and just a force, all three of you. But I just wanted you to know that I didn't need that because it's really good and it's gonna make the movie sing.
Okay, let's spill some more tea, because this situation is getting messy. So word on the street is there was some serious tension between Lively and Baldoni on set, and baby, it's not looking pretty. Lively's out here talking about feeling uncomfortable with what she called intrusive behavior from Baldoni. Yikes, right? Meanwhile, Baldoni's over here like, nah, we were vibing, our working relationship was solid, and I was so hyped about what we could create together. But then, here's the real kicker. When you listen to the next part of his voice message, he's talking about how pumped he was to spend even more time with her. So, like, what's the real deal here? Is it all love, or are we dealing with some behind-the-scenes drama? Tea is piping hot, y'all.
I'm just excited to spend time with you. I'm excited to be in your sphere and your presence and for us to share creative juices together, although that sounds terrible.
Oh, this is getting deeper, y'all. So Baldoni's out here making his case, saying that because Lively allegedly let her guard down and got real vulnerable with him, she basically opened the door for him to do the same. He's like, she was chatting it up casually with me, so I thought it was cool to match that vibe, right? Oh, but wait, hold on to your seat, because this next part of the voice memo is about to make things even more interesting.
You and I have been trying to build a relationship, which I think we've done successfully. I mean, here we are, talking like this, me into my phone at 2 a.m, but largely via text and voice note. And I will be honest with you, that is not my biggest strength. I love being with people and being in somebody's space and being face to face. And I feel like that's where I excel. I'm just really looking forward to spending time together. And I think that's going to really go a long way for our chemistry, which I believe is there.
Ooh, honey, it looks like Justin Baldoni is in a hot mess of legal drama. His lawsuit is spilling all kinds of tea, suggesting he was scared of what might go down if he didn't follow through on Blake Lively's request. Now, according to the receipts, Lively allegedly sent him a text that dropped some big names, like her hubby Ryan Reynolds and Taylor Swift, basically saying, look, they don't care about making people happy or worrying about egos, and everyone listens to them because they bring the heat. She goes on to say she has to stop stressing about being liked, because when they speak, people bow down. So Justin, baby, you better listen up. This whole thing apparently led to a voice memo from him apologizing, trying to smooth things over and promising that Blake's time on It Ends With Us would be, like, way better. Or at least that's what he hoped. Whew, the drama.
I am so sorry you have been through what you've been through with these other filmmakers and producers or whoever the people were that you worked with. It just pissed me off. Those kids that, I'm just still kind of blown away that this is the industry that we're in and that you've experienced that as a woman. And I know I don't need to say it, but that's not at all going to be or will be, and hopefully it's not been the experience with me.
Oh, it gets juicier, y'all. So while Justin's over here trying to act all hopeful, talking about how he really wants Blake to have a great time, he accidentally drops a line that's got us all raising our eyebrows. He says he's excited to work with her and have all of her. Now, hold up. What exactly does that mean? Is this just about her talents? Or is there a little something extra he's hinting at? The way he said it, child, it's got people talking.
There's nothing more exciting to me like that I get to work with Blake Lively and have her, all of her. I mean, that's what I want.
Now, don't get it twisted. I'm not saying Justin was trying to get all extra with that have all of her comment, but come on, the way he said it was a little interesting, right? Like, it's just something about that phrasing that makes you go, hold up, what are you really trying to say here? Anyway, he wraps up this whole voice memo by talking all serious about It Ends With Us, mentioning his work with a domestic violence organization to make sure the film hits people in the feels and helps them heal. That's real important, because apparently there were two different vibes when it came to marketing this film. Justin was all about highlighting the domestic violence aspect, but Blake Lively, oh, she was getting heat for making it look like a cute little weekend getaway. Talking about bring your florals, bring your friends. Now that's a little off, right? But wait for it. He closes out with a joke that's probably supposed to be funny, but it's low-key poking at Blake's personal and family life.
I'm gonna stop rambling because it's been 6 minutes and 30 seconds, so me. I'm sorry. You probably have kids all over you and a baby on your boob and you're listening to me ramble at 2 a.m. I hope you're feeling better, and give Ryan my love. Thank you for sending me that. It means the world to me that you trust me with your feelings and your thoughts like that, and I can't wait to spend more time with you. Okay, I'm done. Cutting myself off. Good night.
Now here's where things get even murkier, y'all. We've got Justin over here acknowledging that even well-meaning actions or words could get him into some serious legal trouble. He's admitting to mistakes, but did he actually wrong Blake in some way? It's got people real torn on whether this voice memo is helping or hurting him. And if Baldoni's camp really released this tape, look, we can't say for sure, but if they did, was this really the move? I'm leaning toward this being a strategic play to flip the public's perception of him, right? He's trying to turn that narrative in his favor, but we'll see if it works. This isn't the first time Baldoni's thrown some heat in the public arena either. Just last week, his attorney Brian Friedman dropped some behind-the-scenes footage from a romantic montage on set, trying to show that Blake wasn't uncomfortable around him. But of course, Lively's team has a different take, claiming that this footage just proves she was uncomfortable. In her own lawsuit, Blake alleges that Baldoni straight up broke character during a scene, getting all weird and saying things like, "It smells so good," when he was close to her. And it doesn't stop there. Part of her complaint reads that Baldoni was, and I quote, caressing her with his mouth in a way that had nothing to do with their roles. Oh, but when she called him out on it, his response, "I'm not even attracted to you." Oof, that's cold, but it's about to get even messier when you see how that interaction played out on camera.
I'm not getting beard on you today.
I'm probably getting spray tan on you.
It smells good.
Well, it's not that. It's my body makeup.
Oh, but wait, hold on. It's about to get even more dramatic. So that footage we're talking about? Yeah, that's just the tip of the iceberg. After it dropped, Baldoni's lawyer, Brian Friedman, wasted no time announcing that he's about to launch a whole website. Yes, you heard that right, a website, with every text and email exchange between Baldoni and Lively. This is his move to prove Justin's innocence and show that he ain't the one at fault here. But of course, Blake's team is not having it. Oh, y'all, the drama ain't slowing down. So here's the deal. There's a pre-trial conference scheduled for next Monday, and trust, it's gonna be lit. The whole point of this meeting, to address all this pre-trial publicity and everything that's been leaked so far. We're gonna get both sides stepping up to the plate with their arguments on this, and baby, you know it's gonna be a showdown. And guess what? We're gonna be there live, outside the courtroom, covering it all. Plus, we'll be streaming it on our Long Crime YouTube page, so make sure you don't miss it. Trust me, you'll want to stay in the loop. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let's talk about it. If you're feeling the vibe, hit that like button. And if you're new to the fam, make sure you smash that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you're the first to know when we drop the latest and greatest. Thanks for tuning in.